welcome to Ottoville, home of the Big Green. Tonight they host the Minster Wildcats, non-conference basketball this evening on WOSN. Hi everybody, Garrett Mansfield alongside Darren Gilbert, and we should have a good non-conference battle between these two teams. They play pretty much every season now, and it's been a really good back and forth through the years, Darren. And we're going to have another one of these battles here tonight. The MAC and the PCL going head-to-head. Contrasting styles, but always good when you just roll the ball out there and see what happens.
Well, first of all, they're very well-coached teams by both of these coaches. And like you said, it's turned into a rivalry game, even though it's an hour and some minutes apart. But it's going to be an interesting contest. The floor is filled with athletes and basketball players, that's for sure.
Big Green control the opening tap. They have a 6-4 record entering tonight's game. Did not play Friday night. This game being played on a Saturday is Minster with the steal, and it's Cole McClure that gets the scoop and the score.
Yeah, did a really good job shooting that gap right there with the steal and the finish at the rim. Quick 2-0 lead by the visiting Wildcats, and there's a turnover, early turnover for Ottoville. Little full court pressure here by Ottoville. Token, three-quarter court man-to-man.
As first true offensive possession now for Minster. The Wildcats are 4-4. They lost Friday night in a thrilling overtime game against Spencerville. So be curious to see how much legs the Wildcats have here tonight. Landon Hortzman with the rebound for Ottoville. Here come the Big Green. Each of the starters here as Ottoville settles into the half court. Off the backboard, Landon Hortzman. And here's McClure. Let's give it the Minster starters. Along with McClure, it's Cole Richard, Brogan Steffi, Noah Schwieterman, and Cole Albers. 3 All-MAC players, or make that 4 All-MAC players in the starting lineup from last season. Back and reloaded for head coach Michael McClure. And here's one of them, Cole Richard.
Pretty spin move right there by the senior. Little left to right action. Really good three-point shooter, but good job taking it off the dribble, partner.
Let's meet the starting 5 for Ottoville. There's a nice hesitation move from Landon Hortzman. Brandon Calvilage, Alex Lees, Garrett Trentman, Ashton Miller round out the starting 5 for Ottoville, led by Keith Utendorf in his 8th year at the helm. Here's a steal in transition.
Good job by Hortzman.
Open 3 for Lees.
Oh, that's a big hit there by Lees. Alex Lees off the assist from Hortzman.
And a senior. And Richard with the quick answer. He's got 4 quick
Sure
ones.
was. Yeah, he's not settling on a three-point line. That was his game last year. Good job right there going right to left for the finish with the left hand.
Here's Lees going to the rack. Boarded by Minster. Brogan Steffi through traffic. And a little miscommunication, but Richard recollects the basketball.
Yeah, Coach McClure didn't like that one. He wants to get the stuff cleaned up.
Richard.
Pretty move. Boy, he's off to a great start, isn't he? 6 quick ones.
Picked up where he left off yesterday, the 77-point output. He had 29 of them last night for Minster.
Yeah, I know we talked in pregame. One of the concerns was how much fuel did they have in the tank after going overtime last night against Spencerville, and it appears right now there's no ill effects from that.
First whistle of the night. It's going to go against Noah Schwieterman, his first. And at the line, Brandon Calvilage, senior, scored about 7.5 points a game. He's missed the front end of these 2 free throws. Leading scorer for Ottoville this year coming in. Hortzman averaging 14.5. Ashton Miller joins him in double figures with over 11 points a game.
Well, what's impressive about Hortzman, he's also averaging 11.3 rebounds per game. He was a second-team all-conference selection last year.
And missing the pair, Calvilage. But Ottoville gets the possession back and cannot convert. They're still down 5. Minster with the ball with 5 minutes left in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Minster very fortunate right there, giving that offensive rebound up. Could have been disastrous for them, giving up 2 points after 2 missed free throws.
Brogan Steffi from the top. Kick to McClure. Trying to get Albers involved, but him and Hortzman, look out for
That's
that
a nice
matchup.
matchup tonight.
6'8" on 6'4", 6'5", and an open three from Brogan Steffi, and he buries it.
Yeah, right there's your state player of the year in football. Just starting to get his basketball legs underneath. That's a big three right there.
Just his, believe by the numbers, just his 4th game of the year. As a 3-ball rattles around for Ashton Miller, and a timeout by Coach Utendorf. A good one right here early to kind of grab some of that momentum and refocus the group. Down 5, 4:17 to play first quarter. Take a quick timeout and be back on WOSN. Back at Ottoville, Minster with an 11-6 starts. The lead over the Big Green, and Minster offensively starting to find their rhythm very early as Ottoville leaving some open shots on the table already. As Minster's going to hold on to the possession here, give a second chance, and we have our first sub of the game. Connor Schmiesing checks in with Steffi.
Yep. Yeah, nice little high-low action right there, clearing the backside, just couldn't finish. They did regain possession. There's turnover by McClurg.
Ottoville half pushing, see what the defense gives them, and Miller fouled on the way up with the left hand, so he'll head back to the line.
I think they're going to get Albers right there with the block, airborne shooter.
It is Albers, his first, team second.
Matt Mosier right on top of that. As you mentioned earlier, Miller coming in averaging just under 11.5 points a game at 11.4.
Southpaw sends the first one through.
For some reason, Southpaws are hard to defend. You can keep coaching kids up, and you know what? Those left-handers seem to find their way to where they want to go.
And Ashton Miller guides the ball home for a second straight time. Cuts the Minster lead down to 3. Halfway through the first quarter. You know, interesting enough, we've mentioned how often these two teams have played recently. Ottoville has actually taken the last 5. Back in 2019 was the last time Minster defeated Ottoville. Now the Wildcats with a good start to try to snap that skid, but a turnover here in a 1-possession game. Here's Garrett Trentman on the wing. Ottoville swings it around for Miller. And we got something along the baseline.
Yeah. What the call is, Garrett, they stepped out of bounds during a live play and then came back in bounds. That is a rule, unless you're pushed out, which he was not. They went out of bounds on the baseline, then came back in. They call that an illegal touch.
So the turnover gives Minster the basketball back, and look at that to the big fella, but got a stuck ball. Arrow is Minster's. That's the effect of that rule. Stays with the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's a great catch. Problem was he got himself too deep under the basket. Couldn't get his balance underneath him and wedged it in between the cylinder and the backboard. Little flex action.
And a 3 on the way from McClurg. Long rebound and onto the baseline. Schmiesing almost tracked it all the way down.
Yep, had that left foot on the green line. White shoes on green lines stand out. Great effort, though.
Two teams from a year ago that captured district championship, or sectional championships, should say. District final was the end of the season for Minster. Their campaign closed at 13-10 last year. But guess who? Marion Local.
Imagine that. They're right back, picked up right where they've left off, huh? Got a big one last night at Versailles.
And that's where the strong football campaign came to a close as well.
Good hands there by Schmiesing. Yeah, Minster's played a heck of a schedule to date, diving into it. I mean, 4-4 after losing that tough one last night against an undefeated Spencerville team. Ottoville 6-4, and I had a chance to talk to Coach Utendorf last week, and he said, hey, you know, Van Wert put it on us pretty good by 40, and they made the decision to go back to fundamental and basics, and it paid off. They got a W in their last contest. Now they want to see if they can't carry it over for 2 games in a row.
Here's the open look. Alex Lease unloads a three-pointer. Offensive rebound by Ottoville. Trentman with the second chance. Trying to get an open man as Minster just flying to the basketball.
Great effort there by the big green, chasing that basketball down.
Miller gets to the rack, and it's going to go off of Ottoville on the trying for the offensive board.
Yeah, I think that was Cavillage and Horseman both going for that basketball right there and didn't communicate very well and went off their hands out of bounds.
Changes on both ends. Ottoville puts Nick Cortana in the game for the first time. There's a drive for Schmiesing. Wiederman to return to the game. He's at the basketball here. Skip pass for Andrew Kettner. Three-pointer on the way is good.
Big shot there by that young man. Got his feet set, knocked it down. Extending it to a 6-point lead with just over a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Open look for Miller. Tons of space to shoot, but missed everything. And Hortzman trying to recollect the basketball.
Good effort there. Just a little bit too far for his reach. J.J. Hurston in the game. Going to give Mr. Horseman a quick blow here with just under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Ottoville trying to stay right up on top. Sorry, partner, on Steffi, trying to keep the basketball out of his hands.
But Steffi gets to the hole, and Hurston's able to gobble up.
Yeah, that was a heck of an effort, wasn't it?
Full speed ahead for Ottoville, but we've got movement on the block, and that was one of those tough calls to play. The whistle blew. Which was it going to go? It's going to be a block. A lot of motion going on. And it's going to be inbounded from the baseline. Third team foul against Minster. That'll be the first called against Dominic Meyer.
Give him an A for effort, because I'll tell you what, that was a shot he took. That was a full-grown man, Cavillage, taking that basketball to the rim.
From the corner, and stolen. Ellis Schwiederman, little 2-on-2 with the pass fake, and takes it himself with the left hand.
Pretty finish there. Nice steal, nice finish.
Minster now doubling up Ottoville at the close of the first quarter. Ashton Miller with the basketball. Goes to his strong side. Ball's poked away. Got one to shoot. Long three is no good. We cover the close of one. It's Minster 16, Ottoville 8. Second 8 minutes on the way next on WOSN. Back at Ottoville, our scoreboard sponsor tonight is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with luxury outdoor spaces from Ultimate Outdoor. Garrett Mansfield and Darren Gilbert bringing you tonight's action between Minster and Ottoville. Big Green looking for a big start to their second quarter after kind of finding themselves in a little bit of a hole. They go to Hortzman downstairs.
Just couldn't quite finish. Good job there by Walla. Schwiederman on the inside.
Long pass ahead for Dominic Meyer, and he finishes. Put Minster up by 10.
Yeah, got behind the defense right there. Nice pass. Full length of the court for the finish.
Ball tapped out of bounds. Will stay with the Big Green. Cole Alberts returns. Gets a little bit of a break through the quarter.
Well, the other thing is, too, Garrett, Minster made a heck of a run in the football playoffs. They got a late start. A lot of these kids played football. They were dinged up. They're starting to get healthy. Plus the non-league schedule and the brutal MAC conference. 4-4. They're only going to get better as time goes on.
Okay, good point, Darren. Their first game did not occur until December the 7th. Open three, Hortzman.
Big shot there by that young man. They needed that bucket right there.
He's been beating and banging down below, steps outside and finds a triple. And now here's Alberts backing his way down. Little hook and gets it.
Soft left-handed baby hook. 2 years ago, that kid would really struggle to use his left hand. Nice finish right there. It shows you how much he's improved.
6'8" senior. With a good finish. Loose ball on the perimeter, but Miller able to draw some contact against Brogan Steffi. That'll be the team's first of the quarter. First overall for Steffi.
Hey, guess what? He's a junior.
Thanks for pointing that out.
No, that's okay. It's just everybody else wishes he was a senior.
Yep.
I guarantee it. Having a game plan for a 6'8" kid is difficult, especially as athletic as he is.
Here's Hortzman from the perimeter. Gets it underneath the free throw line. Ottoville's going to kind of reset. Down 9 with 6 minutes to play before the end of the first half. And Hortzman wants to lob it inside. Here come 3 Wildcats on Calvillage, and the ball stripped away. But Miller doesn't give up on it. And finds his way inside, draws a foul. And he'll head to the free throw line.
Yeah, Byer got the strip inside on Calvillage, and then got the ball into Richard's hand, and then the game was stripped by Miller, and he drew the contact. Gonna get 2 free throws.
Third make at the line tonight for Miller. He's up to 6 points. That leads all scorers alongside Minster's Cole Richard. And Miller pure again. There's a drive from Steffi, loose ball. It's going to go off of Minster.
Good job there by Miller with the deflection. Ball bounced off of Steffi, turnover Minster. That's a nice matchup, Steffi and Miller.
A little almost miscommunication for Ottoville, but it works out. Hortzman finds open space for 3. He's got 2 in the quarter.
Yeah, what they're trying to do is draw Albers away from the basket. Albers declined and stayed inside. He's banged in 2 threes. Cut it right down to a 4-point game.
Cole Richard, turnaround jumper from the baseline, won't fall. Calvillage, strong rebound. Now here's Trentman. Clark kind of gave him the baseline, and he's able to get in there and swat that basketball away. Good defensive stop for Minster.
Yeah, McClurg with the high hands, got a deflection on it. Couple substitutions for the Wildcats. Appears to be Schmeezing back into the game along with Kepner. Kepner, we saw earlier in this first quarter of the contest, he hit a wide open 3 to see if Ottoville makes some adjustments defending him.
Here's Richard from the top. Short on the triple. Another rebound for Hortzman.
Now I know why he's 11.3 on the glass. Man, he goes after it. Gives a relentless effort.
Alex Lee's being pulled out. Loose ball. Looks like it's going to stay with Ottoville.
Yeah, Schmeezing got a hand on it. Just wasn't there quite enough to get the steal. Deflection for Schmeezing, but Ottoville's going to maintain possession.
Here's Miller, baseline drive. Albert's got those hands up there, blocked the shot. Here comes Minster. McClurg, transition 3 is good.
Yeah, how big's that? Defend it with a block shot and then turn around and come down and get a bucket right there. Now
Miller off of contact. And a good job along the baseline. Alex Lees off balance, able to keep the basketball in their end.
Joe Lees coming in for Ottoville, replacing Alex Lees. A little perspiration on the floor. I wonder why. Both these teams are getting it up and down the floor, being physical.
And here we are, halfway through the quarter as Hortzman unloads another three-pointer. Ottoville has already matched their point total from the first quarter halfway through the second. Been able to trim the gap from 10 points early in this second quarter. It's an open three in the quarter from Kettner, boarded by Hortzman.
Yeah, really good job by McClure here on the kick out along the baseline. Ottoville fortunate that Kettner didn't get a second one. Triple, that is.
Galvillage open, and he sinks one from outside. Looking at the Ottoville field goals, I got 5 threes. And then 4 free throws from Ashton Miller. That's their 19 points. They have not been able to score inside. So these three-pointers are keeping them right in step with Minster.
Well, what Minster's been doing is any ball screen, they are trapping and rotating, and Ottoville's finding the open man. There's another good look right there. Just off the front of the iron was Cavlich.
From the top, Schmeezing to McClure. He's way back from 30 feet. No good. And some of the open looks these teams are getting, if they're falling, we'd be bound for an 80-point game again tonight. But right now, just not going down.
Well, we'll find out as time goes on in the game, you know, just where the legs are with Minster. You start seeing them tugging on shorts and grabbing, that's not a good sign.
Corner three, Garrett Trentman off the heel and rebounded for McClure. Pushed up to Cole Richard. And he zips a pass around. Inside for Albers. Kick for Cole Richard. Straightaway three, in and out. That was about halfway down. Before coming out, we're going to get a foul off the rebound. We're going to get Schmeezing his first.
Good call. Substitution, Alex Lees in for Garrett Trentman.
Another thing as we approach last 100 seconds of the half, Ottoville has committed 0 fouls in the game.
Wow.
That will help them coming down the stretch. So they've been able to limit the mistakes in that department so far.
Well, anybody tells you it doesn't change the strategy as a coach, these 5 fouls and then going back to 0. It does. It changes your whole philosophy and your complexion of what you want to do defensively. Good slip screen right there. Unfortunately, he couldn't finish. Good job there by Minster with the deflection.
Pass into Ashton Miller. Thought about it. Out to Lees on the wing. And Ottoville will start over. Really spreading out the Minster defense as Miller finds a pocket in the middle of the defense. Misses the attempts.
Tried to get the rebound, didn't he? Got a second attempt at it, but it was for naught. Cole Albers come in and cleaned it up.
Steffi's three no good.
Nice pass.
Great look.
Nice effort by Kettner, not only on the glass, but with the quick pass inside for the easy deuce for Minster, extended to 6. There's that pressure and that trap.
Steffi all the way to the hole in transition.
Yeah, Coach Udendorf wants to take a timeout, but at this particular point, you got to save him for the second half. No, I was wrong. He is going to take one.
22 seconds to go in the half. We'll step aside as well. Back for the rest of the first half on WOSN. final moments in the first half. Ottoville able to cut into Minster's 8-point lead here right before halftime.
Okay, Minster goes to a 1-3-1. Oh, nice little slip inside. Horseman there, cleaning it up.
And a foul.
I think they got Steffi on the reach in.
Yep. It's his second foul.
Oh, they're going to give him 2 free throws.
I think they're trying to sort that out still. Minster trying to politic for the other way around. Make him inbound it. But nope, it's going to be 2 shots with Hortzman at the line.
Well, Matt Mosier, you know, he did the right thing. He went over and told Coach McClurg, in his eyes, he was going up with it. Good piece of officiating right there. Communication with the coaches is much appreciated.
So it still stands in this half right now for Ottoville. Nothing but 3-pointers and free throws. Hortzman hits 2. He has 8. McClurg has the ball knocked away, but they're going to get Alex Lees.
And you know what? That's not a bad foul. That's not a bad foul.
The first team foul against Ottoville, period, in the game.
You know, they've got an opportunity. They can commit 3 more. Let's see if they do.
Long 3 for Kettner, and that ball rainbowed it through the twine. Kettner with 2 threes in the half, and it's a 21-30 ball game in favor of Minster here at the half. We'll take a timeout and return for the third quarter. You're watching high school basketball tonight from Ottoville on WOSN. Second half of basketball here at Ottoville. Minster and the Big Green in a 30-21 ball game in favor of the visiting Minster Wildcats. Garrett Mansell with Darren Gilbert. And Darren saw Minster team really from the get-go started to create some turnovers, helped get them going, and then they kind of settled in and did a lot of good things in transition.
Well, the big one was right there, the shot that was taken and hit by Kettner over in front of Ottoville's bench to get it to a 9-point game. And let's see how big of a factor that plays here as we start this third quarter.
Big shot to close the second quarter. Kettner got the 6 points off the bench into that first half. Cole Richard led the starting cast for Minster with 6 points. McClurg, Richard, Steffi, Schmiederman, and Albers out on the floor to start the second half for Minster. Ottoville goes with their starters. Miller, Trentman, Lease, Calvillage, and Hortzman. Top scorer is Hortzman from the first half with 8 points. He gets the ball here. Miller had 7. And there's your first make inside the 3-point arc for Ottoville tonight. First field goal.
Yeah, a little duck-in action there to Hortzman, and he powered it up with his left shoulder, right hand, went over the top of Albers and got the deuce.
During that first half, 5 3-pointers and a host of free throws. That did the scoring for Ottoville. This is a 3-point try. It'll go to the Big Green on the dead ball rebound.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that Coach McClurg liked that shot selection right there, especially early in this third quarter, and Ottoville just came down and got a bucket and cut it to 7.
2 defenders get to Hortzman, and he comes off contact and scores again. Now Minster looking for a quick answer. Steffi, nope. And Hortzman, who he's got to be close to double figures in rebounds. Kicks to Miller in transition. 3 is off the mark.
Good box out right there by Schwederman.
Now the Wildcats. And it is Richard that gets to the hole and draws a foul.
I think that's going to go on Alex Lease.
Second foul on Lease, and here's the first free throws of the night for Minster. Richard, first teamer in the MAC a year ago, leading scorer entering play tonight. Over 14 points a game. Actually, that would have gone up with 29 yesterday. Hits the first of 2 free throws.
Young man coming in, shooting 75%, 12 to 16 at the charity stripe.
Next one is on the way and good again.
As a team, 73.9%. Excellent free throw shooting.
You don't see a lot up in that stratosphere. Especially at this level.
Big turnover right there by Ottoville in the quarter court. Little miscommunication.
Open look. Richard for three. And three white shirts get near the basketball, get good position. And now the big green trying to chip back at the lead. It was 7 at halftime. That's where it stands right now. Hortzman, baseline drive, back at Albers down. Comes some help from Richard. And the shot gets
Well, Albers is just so long with his length at 6'8". There's a turnover here. Schwederman, miscommunication with Steffi for the turnover. And I was going to conclude and say that Albers, when he puts his hands up, he's very disciplined. He does not try to block shots, and that length right there is really causing Horseman problems around the rim.
Miller, 15-footer, short. Hortzman tries to throw it to a teammate. It is Steffi's through traffic to the top for McClurg. Drives the lane, and they're going to get a foul before he's able to release the basketball. They're going to wave the shot off. Be a foul on the floor.
Well, what it was is they were going to call it an and one if it dropped in, and Albers got the ball when it was on the cylinder, so official jumped in and said no basket. But the call, by Ben Kramer said it was on the floor.
Here's a McClurg drive. And hangs up there for a moment before falling off. Now Ottoville will set things back up. Trentman thought about it, goes down the left side of the key. Ball poked away off a white last.
I think that was off Catalage right there. He tried to head and shoulder fake and get to the rim with the left hand and bobbled it out of bounds. Ottoville's going to extend some pressure here. Little token three-quarter court man.
Steffi reverses. Here's Kettner and then into Richard. Good ball movement. McClurg, he's going to lose the handle of it.
I think it went off his knee.
So almost halfway through the quarter, and the point differential exactly as it was at halftime. 2 less than halftime. 7 points. It was 9 at the break. Ottoville outscoring Minster 4-2 to start the quarter. 3-pointer from Alex Lees. No, Hortzman almost had the positioning for the rebound.
I think the official on top of it, Mr. Mayberry, said it was off of Horseman. Great effort, though, going after it. No wonder he's averaging over 11 rebounds a game.
And Kettner, another long three. That's going to hit the extension out of bounds. Ottoville basketball. And so now we're starting to see.
Are you seeing a little fatigue set in?
I was seeing it for both ends. The shot's not dropping. It's usually one of your first signs.
Both teams are just so doggone physical, both ends of the court.
Good find of Miller in the corner. Hesitation, now pull up.
Good closeout by Steffi. Good job walling up.
Here goes Cole Richard. The head fake. Off balance, and he kind of got in the air without a plan. And it turns into giving the ball to Ottoville.
Good hustle by Trentman right there with the steal.
Here's Hortzman. 12.9, dumps it down. Calvalich, and he has that ball nearly ripped out of his hand. He kind of disrupted his motion upward. And
nice finish. Way to run the floor by the big fella. Finish with the left hand.
Spread is out to 9 again for Minster. Hortzman trying to split 2 defenders. None working there, and a player hits the floor. Going to be a foul on Ottoville.
They got Calvalich with the push.
He's going to have to be on somebody down there. Jolice checks in for the big green. We also got Connor Schmeezing in the game for the Wildcats. And timeout Minster. Trying to slow things up, regroup, up 9, 2:39 to go, third quarter on WOSN. Back at Ottoville, Minster with the basketball, up by 9, coming out of their own timeout. Wildcats at 4-4, Ottoville at 6-4, entering tonight's action. And there's McClure just...
Yeah, if you let him do his left shoulder and that strong right-hand dribble, he's going to take it right to the rack, and he finished it right there after the Minster timeout.
Largest lead of the game right now for Minster. It's 11 points. But a back-and-forth battle here as Hortzman.
I think they got him on the reach-in, that being Albers. Good, strong finish, like you said, by Hortzman.
It's a big play that Ottoville needed.
Yeah, they needed a bucket in the worst way. And they got it at the right position at the right time, and that's down in the blocks.
Hortzman releases the free throws, and that falls off. 8 points in the first half for Hortzman. 6 more in the second, has a team-high 14. And he snatches... it might as well be almost rebound number 14. He's getting up there.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get his double-double tonight, no question.
Averaging better than 10 in both scoring and rebounding. This one falls off for Miller. Kettner open for 3. He's dangerous. And it hits the heel. And Hortzman, he'll get credit for that rebound too.
Goodness gracious. Looky what I found. Bounced right to him, didn't it? Guess what? They all count.
That's right. Miller thought about 3 from the corner. And Hortzman trying to direct some of that traffic down below. He's going to take Albers one-on-one, has the ball knocked away, but he touched it last before it went outside that green stripe.
Good job by Albers with the deflection inside, and Hortzman went to get it, and it went off his hands out of bounds. Turnover for Ottoville. Schwederman's in for Albers. Pierce Schmeezing's also into the ball game.
Still a 9-point basketball game. Minster's been able to keep that cushion for the entire third quarter. Ottoville got it as close as 5 before the Wildcats spread it back out. And nearly poked away, but it's going to remain Minster basketball. Trentman back in the basketball game for Ottoville. Dominic Meyer checks in for Minster. Long pass into the backcourt. Final minute of the third quarter. There's Schmeezing for Steffi, and the throw is high and out of bounds.
Yeah, Ottoville going to their own little half-court trap right there. Forced the turnover. Schmeezing with the throw there, just a little bit too high for Steffi. Turnover, Minster.
Here comes Trentman. He goes to Hortzman. See if Ottoville plays for the last shot. Unless they want a quick one. Nice pass, and look at the extra dish. Started with Hortzman to Trentman, and Calvalich on the finish.
A great unselfish play by the home Big Green. think we got a kick ball here on Miller. Yeah, this is a lead, I think, that Coach McClurg wants to hang on to. He put Richard back into the game along with McClurg.
Here comes the trap at half court. Ottoville really pursuing, but it's going to turn into a foul with 3.6 seconds to go in the quarter. Hayden Horstman picks up his first foul.
Albers in for Schwederman. Here comes Quintana.
And Richard just has to fire off a desperate shot at the horn. And it's 29-36. Minster narrowly outscored that quarter 8-6. We'll head to the final 8 minutes after this on WOSN. Fourth quarter action about to get started here from Ottoville, and our scoreboard sponsor is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day in a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Garrett Mansfield next to Darren Gilbert tonight from Ottoville. Big Green looking for a big start to this final quarter, Darren. I mean, they're going to need a burst and to find their way in a fight the rest of the way, but that's exactly how this whole game has gone. It has been physical.
Nip and tuck and been physical and very well coached and very well played by the kids and very well officiated, and you definitely get your money's worth if you're in attendance watching this contest tonight.
Minster was able to create some separation right before halftime, and every surge Ottoville has had, they've had an answer.
Yep, sure have.
A pass inside. They are treating this possession very valuably as Horstman gets the look he wanted and draws the foul and has his counterpart one foul further.
Yeah, that's the one Albers got caught not being vertical right there, and it cost him, and Horstman's going to get 2 free throws as a result. Albers just picked up his third. We still got 7 minutes to go.
Horstman sinks the first free throw.
Give him 15. Yeah, you got to believe Ottoville's got a little run in them. This is where you're going to find out about the fatigue of Minster after playing last night that brutal contest with Spencerville before falling in overtime.
Loose ball, nice hands, Horstman, and how about that for Brogan Steffi to just stick with the play. Minster will keep the basketball.
Coach Ittendorf asking for a push right there. Steffi with a great deflection, slap away.
And there's just a straight interception from Ashton Miller.
Yeah, Coach McClurg not sure why the basketball was thrown into a triple team right there. You can feel the momentum change a little bit here. If Ottoville can get a bucket.
Look at that. Almost saw the exact same play that we saw near the tail end of the third quarter.
I think they're going to get Kettner right there with the push.
And it's going to be Brandon Cavillage at the line. He has 5 points tonight for the senior. Puts up a little bit more than 7 a game. And he's good on the front end. These are big free throws for Ottoville coming down the stretch. These are the ones, these freebies, Darren, they can make those 2-possession games into 1-possession games very fast.
Yeah, you got to knock them in when you get to the charity stripe.
Mission accomplished for Brandon Cavillage.
Oh, a little 2-2-1 3/4 court trap.
Ottoville trying to scramble for positioning defensively. Now we're back in the half court,
Great
and look at that. Great find by Kettner to find a Brogan Steffi.
Nice back cut, nice finish.
Back to a 6-point game. Ottoville shot the ball extremely well in the first half, especially on the perimeter. They've gone to a heavy dose of this in the second half, and it's Hortzman that pays off. He has got his money's worth down inside the blocks tonight in the second half, when they could not buy a basket in the paint in the first.
And that's big right there. That's number 4 on Albers. I think he's asking why, but I don't think he's been vertical the last 2 possessions.
Now Hortzman with a chance to get Ottoville within 1 possession. And he rattles home with a free throw. He has 18 points on the evening. 6 minutes to go, and just like that, in the blink of an eye, what was a 7-point game is now a 3-point game. Gonna get an Ottoville foul on Ashton Miller.
No harm there. That's their first. You just got to pick your spots when you're going to commit fouls.
Nearly poked away. Ottoville really extending this man-to-man. Trying to cover up every passing lane. But Minster passing the ball well. They're really moving it. Here's McClure going to drive baseline. There's an opening, and the reverse goes up. No good. Ottoville with a chance to tie or get it within 1. Trentman. And Hortzman almost rolled off of it. Now he goes to the corner. Calling for Kavalich to come his way. Now look at Hortzman go to work. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, when he makes his mind up, he's going to get to the rim, and he just dips that shoulder. And I hate to use the word bulls his way there, but, I mean, that's exactly. Yep. He's got his mind made up. You're going to stop me. You're going to have to take the charge.
First is good.
Yeah, how big is that foul on Albers with 5 minutes to go?
He's a spectator for the next at least couple minutes. And good, and that's 20 points for Hortzman. And if this continues, if it's a steady dose of Hortzman down inside, you almost have to think about throwing him back in there and taking your chances to slow him down.
Or go zone.
Yep.
Something to neutralize Hortzman's ability to get to the rim.
Here's Steffi. What a
nice spin move.
And he gets a foul from Miller. That's Miller's 3rd. And Steffi to the line.
Nice little right to left spin dribble right there by Steffi. Eluding Miller enough to draw contact and also get 2 free throws for his effort.
First is good. 8 points tonight for the senior Steffi.
Yeah, coming in, he was 3 of 5 for 60% at the charity stripe. Like I said, he's just getting into the groove right now, basketball.
And he hits the second end. Stretches it back out to a 3-point game.
And there's the zone.
It's a 2-3 variety. But that allows Ottoville to shoot the basketball, and there's a foul on Hortzman.
Great effort right there. Good job by Minster on the backside, cleaning up the glass. Hortzman drawing some contact across the arm. That's his 2nd. Got to applaud the effort, though.
Almost halfway through the 4th quarter. Tied contest. Ottoville looking to come back on their home floor.
Yeah, Steffi got caught into the air right there with nowhere to go with it. Turnover, Minster. One possession of zone.
Hortzman let go of a 3. And kind of a late decision. Now Minster with a chance to extend their lead. That rattles off. Sigh of relief for Ottoville. Now Miller with a head of steam coming.
Yeah, he's not going to pull that one, is he? Good job by that young man, though, gathering his composure. Steffi with the quick hands right there.
And a timeout taken by Ottoville. 3:27 left, fourth quarter. We'll come back in a good one from Ottoville on WOSN. .327 left in the basketball game. Ottoville entered the quarter down 7. They've chipped it down to 3. And have the ball coming out of the stoppage.
Okay, he's going to go to a 1-3-1 now.
All this to neutralize that guy right there.
Yo,
who's been
absolutely.
a menace inside. But an open 3 from Alex Lees, and he ties the game at 40-all. A big cheer from the home side.
Yeah, they got the match they wanted, that being Minster. They got Richard on Horseman, and Richard just took the basketball to the 10, drew the contact on Horseman. That's his third, but give a lot of credit to Cole Richard for his ability to see the mismatch and create the mismatch and draw the foul and get the 2 free throws.
First is up and good.
Here comes Albers for Schwederman.
3 minutes to play, and Albers with 4 fouls. Cole Richard with 9 points on the night. He bends and sends, and he is in double figures. And Minster's up 2.
I like that. Bends and sends. May have to steal that from you.
Not copyrighted, so have at it. Little 2-pointer from the free throw line.
Look at the effort by both ball clubs.
And Ottoville able to grip back a second chance opportunity.
Yeah, that's the key word, second chance opportunities.
And Miller backs up near half court.
Little duck in action, they got him. Up against Albers, they got him on the post.
Sure. 22-point night for Landon Hortzman, and we're tied up 42-all. Now they go down to Albers on the offensive side. Isolated him. Ducking under. Foul coming, and that ball bounced a couple times, almost hung up. And Hortzman just picked up his 3rd foul.
Actually, his 4th.
Excuse me, I missed one on my sheet. So 4 and 4 for the big man.
Yep.
First one in the air for Albers. It was good. His first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, just under 70%, partner. 16 of 23 coming into tonight. Nice touch there for a big fella. Got them both.
Beautiful release. 42-44. Another bucket for Ottoville here. And they're going to draw contact. This is what's going to turn into every possession, everybody in this gym on bated breath.
I think they got Kettner right there with the block. Didn't quite get his feet set. Plus, I believe it was an airborne shooter, that being Miller.
So Ashton at the line. He has 4 makes from the first half, but he also has a 3. He had 7 points all before halftime. Gets a nice touch there to roll in.
Yeah, definitely got the roll because it appeared from up here to be short.
And good. 44-44.
Give him 9.
And a foul in the backcourt. A little too much body from Trentman.
Going to be a game of free throws, partner.
That's where we're going to maneuver into these final.
And if you're Minster, you've got to be happy with that because, as we mentioned earlier, they're at 73.9% as a team coming into tonight, 65 of 88. Now, that does not include last night's numbers, but and to sure shoot, guess what happened? Mr. Steffi.
Yep. Missed the front end.
Yes, hit it off the back of the iron.
And Steffi's able to
Big
convert.
shot.
So he has 10. Joining his teammate Cole Richard. Yeah, those two were well into the 20s yesterday. Been held in check in a defensive struggle for much of the game tonight.
Great pass.
And he hits another clutch three-pointer for Ottoville, giving them their first lead since the very early moments of this game. 1:20 to go. Ottoville by 2. Good take for Richard, and Hortzman able to hustle for the rebound. Final minute 10. And Miller, loose ball. And
if that's Albers, that's 5.
I think that's what they're going to get. It is. Cole Albers fouls out of the game. On a broken play, nonetheless.
Yeah, that little slap instead of moving the body. And again, fatigue can play a huge part in that. But unfortunately, you play the schedule you're dealt, and he got caught with a slap right there. He finishes the night with 8 points. Big free throw right there by Miller, giving him double digits at 10. If he knocks this one in, he's got his average for the season.
And it's off, so it stays.
Oh, big rebound.
One possession.
Trentman with the offensive rebound.
Heck of a play, and Hortzman able to get rid of the basketball, and Coach Utendorf could feel the tail end of that pickup truck coming out from the back end. Let's tap the brakes and recollect here for Ottoville. 57 seconds to go. We'll let them talk it over, and we'll be back with more on WOSN. Back at Ottoville, 57 seconds to go. And our scoreboard sponsor tonight is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. That scoreboard reads Ottoville 48 and Minster 45. At the current time, 19-point quarter for Ottoville. They have held Minster to 9 points in the final period. Alex Lees with a couple of huge three-pointers for the Big Green. But the big man inside, Landon Hortzman, has been instrumental to the second-half turnaround. But Miller might play the role of closer tonight.
He can knock the free throws in. Unfortunately, he missed it. He split the last 2. See if he can't regain and knock these in.
First one is good.
Looked really, really smooth and good on that one.
So it is now a 2-possession game. 43 seconds to go. Miller's second attempt is good. He's up to 12 points. And no shot. Calling contact on the floor, but we're in the bonus.
Yes.
So we're going to have free throws nonetheless.
And that was on Hortzman with the body. His second. Steffi's going to the line. Yeah, if you're Ottoville, this is what you don't want. You don't want the clock stopped giving up free throws.
Steffi's first is good. He's 3 for 4 in the second half at the line. Minster did not shoot a free throw the entire first half. Second, just as good as the first. And timeout Minster. We'll take it too. Be back after this on WOSN. Tight one here at Ottoville. 3-point basketball game. Big Green with the lead, and they'll have the ball. Minster will have the defensive look drawn up.
Little 2-2-1 three-quarter court.
Need to get a steal here. And there it is.
They do.
Here's Cole Richard. Thought about a three, but they're going to be patient. McClurg thought about it. He's going to drive the lane and miss the layup. Portsmouth with another huge rebound. And Ottoville just daring the defenders to come at him. And Miller draws another foul. That's going to be the fourth on Brogan Steffi.
Yeah, you got to love the look of McClurg taking the ball to the rim. And unfortunately, it rolled off the cylinder, but that's the shot they wanted to attack, and then they could have cut it to a one-point game. Unfortunately, it just didn't drop.
I can't quite remember if it's the same player, but I do recall a couple of similar layups from Minster.
It was the same. It was the same move. Yep, he just couldn't get either one to finish on the opposite side of the rim, being a right-hander, trying to score on the left side. Boy, has Miller been ice in the veins on the free throw line.
5-point game in Ottoville with a valiant comeback tonight. Minster in desperation mode, firing threes. And Calverledge with a big takeaway. And we're going to get a late foul. That's going to be the fifth against Brogan Steffi. So he is the second Minster Wildcat to foul out. He's done with 12 points, leading the Wildcats tonight. Brandon Calverledge stands at the charity stripe with 3 seconds to go. And
stranger things have happened.
Yep.
Okay, that's a huge one. That extension to a two-possession game.
Next for Calverledge is good. Clutch free throw shooting by the Big Green down the stretch, and they are going to leave with they're going to count it. It'll be a 4-point win for Ottoville. A little window dressing there at the end. Cole Richard gets a late three, but a gritty fourth quarter from the Ottoville Big Green to pull off the big win at home to improve to 7-4. 54-50 your final score, but don't go anywhere. We're going to give out the Stolly Hustle Award winner when we come back on WOSN. Welcome back to Ottoville. Our final stop of the night. Garrett Mansfield next to Darren Gilbert here tonight with a Big Green, a huge fourth quarter to come back and win 54-50 over the Minster Wildcats. They outscored Minster 25-14 in that fourth quarter. Just a whale of a finish for Ottoville.
Yeah, it was a gutsy performance, especially the fourth quarter, like you said. But they finally got the inside game going, and they got Albers in foul trouble, and they just went to work into the paint. They run a couple nifty post entries with back cuts and a little scissor action on the backside. They got a couple buckets that way with Calverledge. They got clutch free throws down the stretch, especially from Miller. And, walking away with this 4-point win's got to feel good for the Big Green. Tough break for Minster. They're going to go under at 4 and 5, but I'm going to tell you straight up, this is a team I would not want to play come tournament time. They can go in with a very mediocre record and surprise somebody in that tournament. Seasons broke down into 3 parts, partner. We've got through the first part, which is the new year. Now we're in the second part of the season. And then after you get the regular season, you go into tournament play. You think about this, we're only about 5 weeks away from our tournament draw. And it's going to go fast. And give credit to Ottoville. They took a 30-point spanking to Crestview, 70-40, and came back and regrouped and got back to the basic fundamentals. They could have rolled over and died tonight and said, the heck with it. They did. What a gritty effort. What a great win for the Big Green.
Huge night for Ottoville. You mentioned that, Darren. Last year, Minster got to the district championship game with a record of 13-9. So there just goes to back up your point that the record doesn't necessarily dictate how far into March you potentially can go. Let's hand out our Stolly Hustle Award winner for the night. You can check out highlights of tonight's Stolly Hustle Award winner on the WOSN YouTube page. And You know, Ottoville, down the stretch, they made it hard for us, but it's hard to ignore Landon Hortzman for his efforts tonight.
Well, both ends of the floor, you know, he coming in at 14.5 points a game, 11.3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals per game. Last weekend alone, he averaged 15 points and 15 rebounds with 4 assists. You've got to think, and we don't have the stat sheets provided in front of us, but he's got to be at a double-double again tonight with points and rebounds. And because of his effort, you know, and give credit to his teammates, and he'll be the first one to admit it. You know, those numbers don't come just because of him. His teammates help out. They get him the basketball. But what a fine performance by that young man, and well-deserved honor tonight for getting the player of the game.
Yeah, Hortzman finishes with 22 points to lead all scorers in the contest. Again, rebounds, unofficial, but had to be into the teens tonight. He had a tremendous night on both ends. Final score one more time. Ottoville 54, Minster 50. He's Darren Gilbert. I'm Garrett Mansfield. Also from Megan Sherrick, producer for tonight's game, saying good night from Ottoville. Thank you for watching high school sports on WOSN.